Hi, my name's Sophia. Welcome to this Tarot Love reading. Welcome to this community. So what I'm getting is, this might be only for one of you, so bear with until I jump into the cards. But I'm getting something about, it's not what it seems. And the specific word I was getting was attitude. But I didn't feel like there was attitude. So there's a reflecting. So, for example, say you wasn't going towards your person because you felt they had some attitude towards you, or they were being rude or something like that. But there's this reflecting like, well, were they really? I was also picking up this depressed state. It's quite a weird energy, actually, what I was getting. It was like, for example, someone saying to you, I know this is weird, so please wait, let me pull out cards, because I don't know if this is going to resonate with everyone. This is like someone saying, I'm angry. And you're like, well, you're not sounding angry, you don't look angry, but the word wasn't angry, the word was aggressive. So there's this overstanding of, you might be someone saying something or doing something, or it's a perception of something that what is different than what it is. I don't know what, that's what I'm getting. It's like I said, with someone saying, oh, I'm really angry, and they're like, and like I said, I felt depression with that. So it's like, they could be, but they could be depressed, or they weren't really angry, or it's like a pullback and look at something correctly. That's the energy I'm getting, because it might be stopping you from progressing. It's like a logical way of seeing something correctly, not just by someone's actions or non-actions or their words. That's the energy I'm picking up. I don't know, so have you lot had an off with your person, or they said some shitty words and you're like, oh, fuck that, they said that, and I'm like, are they depressed, or did they actually mean it? You know, how many people, when they're vets, I'm going to fucking kill you, you know, when you're fighting and all that, you know, men fighting, and they don't really, you know, mean it. It's just, it's something like that, reflecting on what was said or what happened, and really looking at them. Were they depressed? Did they have a lot on? Did they have a lot of burdens? It's stopping you from moving forward, is what I'm getting. It's that one. King of Wands. So let's jump in. As usual, check out the Facebook group. I put a post in there about inner child and about the master program. If you want to know about the master program, I put a little what it's about in there. I think I've got an advert for the sex mastery as well, but anyway, yeah, check out the Facebook. If you want one-to-one support, we've got email support on a WhatsApp group and Gmail. Got counselling, image reading, tarot readings, programs, everything in this community. There's no reason why you can't move forward. There's none. Other tarot readers all day long, you know, you're just doing a tarot reading, and I'll say that to other tarot readers. I'm not dissing their tarot reading, that's the difference. But I'm saying, what do you offer afterwards? That's like going to the doctor, oh, I've got stomach ache. Oh, it's indigestion. That's tarot readers, right? You know, are you going to prescribe anything? Are you going to, you know, it's just like, oh, you got that's tarot reading, right? It doesn't give you anything. Let's jump in. Oh my God. What's with my Five of Pentacles? What's going on with this Five of Pentacles? It's a rooted belief system based around, it's so interesting. So I'm doing that. Talking about David again. I was talking to him today, because he's just left, about marriage, and how I said to him about the wedding thing, and he's like, yeah, weddings to me, it's like, it's more of a detrimental, because most people, it's not just that thing of like Seven of Swords underneath about, oh, when you get married, the relationship gets shit. It's like, it's not that. It's like, when you get married, you're forced to put your name in the system, and then they take half your money. It's like, we was talking about that concept about it, and that's the Five of Pentacles here. It's so interesting. I was like, yeah, I totally I resonate with that anyway. King of Wands, Five of... Why is that? Why did I do it that way? Was that in the reverse? I'll check that out. King of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Two of Wands. You're waiting for commitment. They've checked out. That's what I'm getting with the King of Wands. They might not have literally left, but for example, if you're like there with a third party, I'm like, you know, when they say, oh no, that's done, that's finished. All I've got to do is sign on the dotted line for the divorce. They've checked out, that's done. That's what I'm getting with the King of Wands. It's now like, what's their next move forward? And as I'm always saying on the channel, that if you're like, okay, well, come live with me and we have some kids and then we get married, it's like, oh, I just come from that and that didn't work, thank you very much. King of Wands to the Five of Pentacles. That's what I'm feeling. I don't want to be left out in the cold again, thank you. Two of Wands, why was that? It's like you're not on your path, you're not understanding the concept. It's so vast, it's like, this world, whatever it is, reverse it, what you've been taught. Reverse it. That's what it is. You know, when you, like I'm saying, if you get married, because the Four of Wands is over this reading, it's like, what's that about signing on the register? What's birth certificates about? When you're born, you got to get a birth. What's all that for? Two of Wands, you need to know the path of why you're here. Because it wasn't in the reverse. So what does that mean? You're not seeing it. You're not understanding. It's like you're seeing the synchronicities of who you are as a twin flame. Like 11. Two of Wands is 11. Right? You understand that. Oh, people say 11 is twin flame. So you understand that concept. You understand that Wands is fire, flame, twin flame. You understand. It's like you're understanding the concept, but you're not understanding the path. Once again, what did he say? I said, sometimes I talk to people, because I talk to him about counselling, because he's a counsellor, so I get some advice. And I say, they get it, but they don't get it. And he explained it, and this is his Two of Wands, because this is what I'm picking up with this energy of the Two of Wands. So I'll say, I can talk to someone and say, okay, don't book a tarot reader, because tarot reader, like I said, is an extended reading. It's like, it gives you your potential, but it doesn't give you, that you book that person doesn't tell you how to get it. It just tells you, you got to do more than that, right? But what exactly? That's what this community does. And I said, people get that when I talk to them, but they're not taking action. And he logicated it down, David, and broke it down. He said, this is like someone talking to someone, this Two of Wands, and saying, do you know what 2 and 2 is? And they say, yeah, 4. And it's like, you know, what's 100 and 100? And you say 200. And they say, this is this. You understand the maths, but you didn't go to school to learn exactly what maths is. So you're just understanding bits of it without the full training of why you're twin flame. Two of Wands. That's what I'm getting. So if I said to you, you're twin flame, you go, yeah. Do you know about healing? Yeah. Do you feel connected with the planets or at home with your person and it's some good spirit? Yeah. Well, what are you doing? Well, I know I've got to do it, but you're not doing it. You're not understanding that you have to do it. If you don't do it, then this don't continue. Your person's left a third party. I've said that pretty much since I've been on this channel. When people say to me, oh, why am I over here doing all the healing? What's my person doing? I'm like, don't watch that situation, because A, I'll far prefer to be this situation than there. And B, when it's divine, that's the divine situation with your person, not you. They will snap them out of it and they will leave that third party. They won't be tied to that third party. They won't. That's not part of the contract. That's a learning thing for them. But if you're like, okay, waiting for them to leave, but I said, it depends if you're on your path, because 11, you know, 2 of Wands is here, right? 11. But you know, weirdly enough, twin flames are known as 11, 11. Not 1111, 11, 11. Meaning, which is the 4 of Wands, which is commitment. Meaning when you're on your path, 11, then they get on their path, 11, right? And so the contract is like, okay, you've done your thing with the third party. Like I said, it's done. It's done. It's gone. You might not see them leave or something. They've checked out. I don't know how else to say it. That's the way I'm seeing it. They've checked out. So they will literally check out of that situation. So it's like, where do I go now? It's like a mystery, figuring out where to go now. And if you were on your path with this 2 of Wands, it would be an easy choice. This is you missing the opportunity, because what you do and what this planet is and what this contract is that you wait for your person to come towards you. Then you're like, oh, right, now I'm going to get on path. Now I'm going to do a mission. And you won't. Stop fucking lying to yourself, because you're not lying to me. You won't. If your person turned up and said, listen, honey bunny, I've left the third party. Can I move in? You know, it's kind of new and we haven't really dated or anything like that. You know, later on we might get married. You'll move him in, you'll focus on him or her, and you'll want to get kids and spit out. You turn it into baking cakes and all this, you know, the picket fence. You'll buy a dog and then you'll get pregnant, right? And then you'll want to get married. You wouldn't do mission. And the intention of this contract is not just you. This is fucked up, and I'll tell you why it's fucked up. Because what you're doing with this is what most people do. And why it is fucked up is that this is like me saying, okay, I've got a good singing voice. So what I'm going to do is wait for Simon Cowell to find me. Then what I'll do is I'll drink more water. I'll do vocal coach. I'll go and look for events to sing when Simon Cowell finds me. Hold on. Sorry, if you don't know, my mobile goes to my front door, so the postman, so I have to keep the phone on, can't switch it off. And my son, in case it's an emergency, it might text in a minute anyway. So, like I said, this is waiting for Simon Cowell to come and do that, come and find you. And that's what you're doing. You're waiting for your person to come towards you. And even if you say you're going to get in mission, it's not about waiting for someone to do something to then go and do something else. This is about doing things anyway. And that's what we're here to teach people. Because now, like I've always said, they will just, you know your person, that situation they're not going to be in forever. You know they're going to leave the third party. They're not going to be like happy ever after 10, 20, 30 years. So in that in-between time, why weren't you working on yourself? Why weren't you building your own community? Why weren't you working on programs, right? You've watched tarot reading after tarot reading after tarot reading. You know that don't do nothing. Why don't you think of something to do? Whatever you've done hasn't worked. Buying a crystal, doing counselling in a child, whatever, because it's not guaranteed and it didn't work. So why weren't you? You knew this core thing. That's what this 2 of Wands is. 3 of Pentacles, right? 3 of Pentacles, like I say, who are you listening to? Who are you collaborating with? Join the Facebook, book someone, right? This is about, in this community, not just anybody. Book people who are on their path, who are doing stuff in mission, who genuinely, not just because they're nice, most people are nice, right? You might say, I'm not nice, but I'm like, but I 100% will help you regardless if you actually like me or not, right? I can promise you, I don't even promise, I 100% money back guarantee I can change your life regardless if you like me or I like you. It's not about like. It's about connecting with people who will help you. If, you know, like if you're in pain and you don't like the doctors and stuff like that, it comes to the point where you have to, right? You have to just go there even if you don't like it. And that's what this is. You just left it to the last minute. And I said from the beginning of this year, this will be what's the word I could call it? A showing you that it was never about the third party. It was always about what are you doing? Because you will see, if you haven't seen already, your person leaving that, getting a divorce, coming away from that third party, and you'll be like, yeah, well, come live with me, and it'll be the same situation. Not that I don't think they're going to go and get someone else. They may do. It depends how much work you've done or not done. But I think they're just going to leave this third party, and say you're seeing them once a month and you're just getting a text randomly. Nothing's going to change. And you're going to be, oh, why? Because they've left a third party. I'm like, because the contract is not for them to just, that's a soulmate. You're not a soulmate. That's what this is. This is like, who's teaching you that? Who's teaching you that's how it's supposed to be? You are doing exactly what the third party is doing. The difference is that perhaps the person loves you, but they can't see beyond. It's not like, because when you're in mission and you're working on yourself, you're lined with the bigger picture. You're with the all-encompassing, the higher, the multiverses and dimensions and stuff like that. So you actually vibrate on a higher energetic frequency. So, and as you're connected to your twin flame with the Lammascape, they feel you're different. Not just buying a crystal and saying I'm twin flame and I'm a counselor and I'm going to help people and tarot reading of twin flame. It's no different than the wife, the third party doing crystals. It's no different. The feeling of something different is the energetic, because you feel energetically aligned. But be real, people. Picking up a crystal ain't gonna, this is that bottom of the deck. Stop lying to yourself. Picking up a crystal don't make you a higher enlightened being compared to the third party. So why, right? The third party loves your person. A deluded version of love, so is yours, because you ain't done the full work. And there's you that love your person. Who do they choose? Oh, well, yours is heightened, but you're not doing any heightened action. You see the Three of Pentacles, he's got all that sun and that enlightenment around him. You're not collaborating with people who will get you like that. So the first card is the King of Wands. So he's just like, where's my passion? Because you're not following your passion. So they're not going to come towards you. I've never had anyone who's, one person, see, they correct me. Her name was Casey, actually. She'd done resin pyramids and was very connected to the crystals. No one else I've had, and I've had thousands of readings, right? She was very passionate about geometrics and crystals and everything like that. But she wasn't with her person. Financially, she wasn't very good. Nightmare situation with her family and all this kind of stuff. Typical twin flame scenario. So it didn't matter how heightened she was. Most of the people with the crystals and all that, it's not for that. She didn't want to take the action steps to go out and heal herself, to help others, to work on it fully. She left mission. It's up to her. Mission ain't a contract. I don't want no one working with us who don't want to be here. That's why it's not a contract. You can come and go as you feel, right? And the fact that people's been in mission for years, which they are free to leave, there's no legal contract, shows that that hopefully I am helping them to change their lives. So this is like, I've never met anyone else apart from Casey who really felt compelled, like, I'm helping people, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. She just loved what she done. There was no concept of making resin pyramids and you're connected to the can't remember starseed, right? Connected with the pyramids and the crystals. She was very connected. I was like, it ain't about you. Is this helping others, right? What you're doing. It wasn't. Because she was negative, such as the clients were negative, such as most of planet Earth. I'm not just saying she was negative. Most planet Earth. Four of Swords is healing this stuck, right? Five of Pentacles is underneath four. I'll show you. Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Knight of Wands. Oh, casual. So Four of Swords is underneath the Five of Pentacles. So this is healing the Five of Pentacles, because the Five of Pentacles keeps coming out. Healing that belief system of, I just get my person, they're moving and we'll be fine. And, you know, then we'll do a YouTube channel like the other Twin Flames, and that will be mission, right? The other Twin Flames are up here together to show you what you have. If without them, I would say without Lee and Sherry, were massive to me, right? I never booked them because they were too pricey, in my opinion, right? And my stuff is worth a lot of money. But in my opinion, it was too pricey. I don't know the cost now. But without seeing them, I had no one to compare what I was feeling. No one. That's what YouTube does with Twin Flames. That is not mission. The thousands of others, it would be pointless for all Twin Flames to be up there on YouTube. I don't see the purpose of that. All of us are that's like loads of soulmates just going on YouTube and saying, we're a couple, we'll help you to do inner child work. What would be the difference of Twin Flames saying it? There isn't. Right? But book me, we've got inner child work. Right? That's what they say. It all begins with you loving yourself, union with self. They don't really guarantee you to get your person. I can guarantee you to get your person if you do the inner work and if you do the mission and you do all that stuff. I can guarantee it. Right? If they're not guaranteeing it, this is you holding on to a belief system here of your way of doing it. But like I said, it's a weird energy I was getting. It's madness. Looking at it, the initial energy, look at the situation correctly. And that's this. This is like, yeah, your Twin Flame with the Two of Wands, it was flipped over. It came out like that on the table. It wasn't in reverse. It was like flat on the table like that. I know you can't really see. It was down like that. And I said, what's that mean? It's like, you know your Twin Flame, like that initial energy. I said, it's weird. It's like, oh, I'm angry, right? And you're not. This is this. You're Twin Flame, but you're not showing any signs of your Twin Flame. Four of Swords to the Five of Pentacles. You're not. You're just lip service. And that's not enough for your person. It's not enough for them to come towards you. And unfortunately, your path, this connection, will always be a joke, casual, in and out. Because of that. Because until you understand what I'm saying here. Sorry, I had to pause it. So let's see what else. It's like you're healing the 3D stuff. It's weird. It's like you're healing, that's that initial energy. It's weird. It's incorrect. It's like being still and looking at what you're doing. Oh, my person's not coming towards me. Four of Swords, what I picked up here, it's like, okay, well, I'll heal and work on calming my reptilian brain for why they're not coming towards me. So when they do reject me or don't reply in a text or an email, I'll breathe in. That's what I feel you're doing. Instead of big picture of, no, they're not coming towards you because you're not fully committing in mission, doing the work, collaborating, volunteering. You're not doing that. You're working on the wrong elements of it. That's what I'm getting with this, which is what most people do. As I'm always saying, put in the comments your explanation of why, and this is what this is. Why aren't twin flames together? Oh, he's narcissistic. That's it. That's why they're not together. No, realistically, as I say, me and David joke about it all the time. I'm like, if someone comes in and says to me, sit your ass down. Well, fuck off, you cunt. What are you talking about? And walk out of the room. You be like, oh my gosh, he's narcissistic. I'll be like, no, this guy just told me to sit down, right? It's narcissistic if you allow it. But that don't mean that. That just means you're allowing someone to do it. This is this. You're doing the wrong things and thinking of excuses of why your person ain't coming. Because people are telling you, Three of Pentacles, telling you stupid ass excuse. Oh, because they're a cheat. No, they're not. They ain't got millions of people, right? I've went out on dates, went 2 to 3 months, slept with the guy, didn't work out, right? A couple of months later, met someone else, maybe went and, stayed with them 4 or 5 months, didn't work out. Then maybe 6 months later, met someone else, stayed with them for a year, didn't work out. What happens with your situation is that men do that, women have the kids. That's it. Don't mean they're cheat. Oh, my person's got this woman, that woman, and all these babies, mums and kids. I've just explained my situation. Obviously, the men I met can't have kids, right? That's the flip it to your person. It's pulling back and having a holistic overview of your person's situation. If they were happy, my love, they wouldn't be over there with you, would they? They wouldn't. Who are you fucking listening to? I don't know how many times I've got to say it, and I don't know why I swore quietly, because I don't normally. 6 of Wands, Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Wands, victory. Your victory is small. Your victory will only be small. With the 2 of Wands to the Knight of Wands, your victory will be small. That's what I said. You're working on, oh, if my person doesn't come towards me, I text him to meet him on a Friday and it's a blank. I'll calm myself and then text him in 2 weeks, then he sees me. That's what your version of this is. Oh, and then I see my twin flame. Victory is small, Page of Cups. You've got it the wrong way round. You're not understanding why you're here on this physical. 5 of Pentacles, and that's what this is. This is Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Not understanding your contract on this physical plane with the Ace of Pentacles, right? You got it the wrong way round. You're trying to nail someone as a soulmate. It's wrong. It's in reverse. It's not what Twin Flame Starseed light workers are here for. As I'm always saying, and still not to date. Put it in the comments. I didn't used to have comments because I had negative Nancy's, right? Cussing me out. I'm like, you can cuss me out. You can put what you want and I'll put back in there, right? Now I knew this year is the year that no one can say to me anything different because I've been with David long enough for you to be happy that I'm with my twin flame, right? I've been here long enough for you to see that what I've been saying about crystals don't work. I've been here long enough for you to see that collaborating with people who stay here, that mission works, right? So I'm like, yeah, put in the comments. You tell me your way. I ain't feeling no way. If you say to me, Sophia, I picked up this crystal and it worked brilliantly, and not only did it cure me, right, it brought my person towards me, I'll give you the fucking community. I'll promote your ass. My job, my contract, such as yours, is to get twin flames together. So whatever way that is that's easy, I'll do it, right? Hence why mission is here. Me alone in my channel, it limits the amount of people will get the programs and know about the work to do. So I allow others to have the programs and counseling on all the tools that I create so that it gets out, as contract is to help people on planet Earth. Not selfishly me take all the money. It's not about that. So if you know a quicker way, or you got your person some other way which you're happy and you're on track, not the people up on YouTube, Twinflames, not them, right? Some other way, you put it in the comments and I'll promote you. Or is it likely that Twinflames ain't together because what I say all day long? They're listening to people who are keeping them out by saying stuff like they're cheaters, they're narcissistic, they're players, they're fucking arsehole. Well, what you doing with them? You better yourself. Either you can do better, right? With who? Because they're cussing all men, right? You can do better. Well, you know you ain't going to feel like that with anyone else. Or you don't need a man, and all this stupidness, right? That's what this is, all day long. Who are you? What do I say? Who are you listening to? It's that one. Now is the time for you to trust. Trust this divine twin flame plan. Work on yourself work on yourself if there is no communication. Trust, right? This is always about working on yourself. And it's hard to do when you're surrounded with the Einstein theory. Look on my counselling page on the website. It's very hard to change from a frequency which you was... It's like if you're suffering from, I wouldn't even say physical abuse, mentally someone's abusing you, shouting at you, cussing you and stuff like that. That will affect you when you leave home. But what most of you do, well, half of you, leave home and think it hasn't affected you, your upbringing. Five of Pentacles. You're like, oh, I'm free now so I can go see my twin flames. No, that's energy. And I'm reading you. Where the fuck do you live? Where are you now? Right? Are you in front of me? Because that's energy. So you've left home. You're still connected to the belief system of your family. Regardless if you see it as a negative or positive. Or the other set of you, you still go and visit those people who wouldn't let you have any say freely about your twin flame. So the energy that is created is very hard to change. In fact, it's not hard to change. It's a fucking impossibility. It's an Einstein theory. You cannot, his words are, you cannot change the frequency in the same place it was created, right? So those of you, anyone who books me that's living at home, I'm like, first of all, I say from the off, you need to leave home. I'm just making it clear. Oh, I just stay in the bedroom away from my family. You need to leave home. I'm making it clear. It will be an impossibility. You'll be wasting your money, and no one has ever stayed in mission when they lived at home. No one. Neither got their twin flame. Tell me different. I'm always saying, tell me if it's different. You don't know this, but you are the reason why I get out of bed every day. I told you there was an energy of depression. Do you know your person's depressed? Probably, right? But still, I'm fucking them off. They're narcissistic. They're a nightmare. They're a cheat. They're depressed, right? Research what depression makes you do. Why don't you do that instead of listening bunny hopping to other tarot readers, right? Go and research the person. Not to then say, I went on this website and you're depressed and this is what you should do. That's another thing that you lot do. It's for you to understand. Not for them. For you to understand it. I feel lost and lonely without you. That's you lot, right? This is you your person, you're separated here, and you're going to start feeling that pull. It's coming back. It will come back. I will message you soon. It said no communication, but then this one comes out with I will message you soon. And like I said, the initial energy, there's this weirdness of I'm just going to, instead of being codependent, I'm going to work on not being codependent until my person messages me, because he messages me soon. Instead of stop being a pussy, man up, masculine. It's the Aquarius age of manning up and doing what you're supposed to do as a light worker, twin flame. Oh, I'll just work on not getting so irritated when he doesn't reply to the text, because he just normally texts me. And you call yourself a twin flame light worker, spiritual person? Nah. Right? I'm out. Speak to you later.